Okay, let's dive back inside to our grid object into the Greeble. This is going to be similar to what we did with the lesson that we did on the scatter thing here. So we're just going to put down an object merge. I'm just going to put that right here. And for now, we will put, I don't know, 4 objects to start with, or 5 objects. That's fine. Let's just go ahead and start grabbing these one by one. So that was in here. I'm just going to grab the grid, copy that, paste that, and start numbering this stuff. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then let's do 4, and we'll do one more. So I'm going to click the plus there, and then we'll just get number 5 here. So we are going to enable that. I'm just going to delete that underscore, and we will call this Greeble. Take a quick look here. Good. Now we're going to put a delete. So I'm pressing tab, putting delete, enabling that. And I want to delete the non-selected. I'm just going to grab Greeble 0 here for a second. And now we need a big random expression here to make sure that we're getting a unique seed every time we run any of this stuff here. So we're going to need to replace the 0. So I'm just going to put this backtick here. So I can put 2 of them in a row, and then we'll type a random expression. So random, and then just leave that open like that. We're going to need to choose our seed. So actually we have a couple things already here. And if I just essentially duplicate what we've done here, so I'm just selecting all of this text, I'm putting that right here. And I'm pasting that. And then I want to add the next one. So that was the place Greeble meta up here. So now I need to copy this one. I need to multiply that by the number of objects coming in, which is going to be 6 here. So let's just copy that parameter. We will go back to our delete, and I'm just going to put it in an expression here for a second so that I can just have a short way of copying that. We'll just delete that out now. Go back to pattern. So this, and then we need to multiply that times that. And then we need to sealing that, I believe. So let's do seal. Then we're going to need one more parenthesis at the end, all the way at the end. Wire this up and see what happens here. That's why. That should be rand. And what else is wrong here? Greeble 6 is not valid, so that should actually be, let's just double check what our groups are coming in. Group 0, actually, so we wanted a floor, not a ceiling. So again, let's grab that floor. There we go. I'm going to press Option E here. Whoops, which doesn't seem to work anymore. Try again. Oh, that's not working the way it should. It's supposed to pop up a whole little window so that we can see the full expression. It's a little tough to see, so I'm going to just scroll by so you can kind of see part of this. Or you know what? Maybe what I'll do is copy this whole thing here. Let me just go into a text edit for a second. Dump that lesson plan. So right here is the full text of what we just copied in there. Just try to make that as easy to see as possible. Let's just enlarge that a little bit. So kind of a long block of text, but that's essentially what it is. And we can just delete that, that's fine. Now let's go take a look at our results. And of course we have one issue, which is that we haven't aligned our axes correctly. And then we can see we've got some stuff going on with the normals. So let's make sure we're aligned on our Z axis. Let's just go back in here. Going to place a transform, wire that in, and then rotate this so that we're pointing toward positive Z. So that should be a 90-degree rotation. I'm just going to copy and paste the same thing into all of these now. So this I'm going to do fairly quickly. Okay, we're just going and going and going. Take a look at our grid here. There we go. Now we're starting to get something that's looking a little more correct. And let's check our work. So what I'm going to do is, for the time being, let's just put down a normal SOP here, because we may need to kind of take a quick look at how normals are working. Yeah, so we can see that our normals get a little messed up here, right? So we may need to convert to point normals or do something else to make sure our normals are compensated for. And I'm just going to put down a color here so that we can kind of merge everything together. We'll color this guy kind of like a orange color. And let's grab our, these guys here coming in. Just grab that top surface there. Again, put a normal in between here and here so that we don't get any viewport issues. Pressing tab and merging. So we'll merge that together. And then I'm also going to put another color here in normal, so I'm just copying and pasting. We'll just make this kind of this nasty green color. No, that's too ugly. Let's red should be fine. Let's go up to our delete. We will copy this, and I'm pasting another branch. This time I want to delete selected. We can turn off templating for that. Turn off all of our templating actually. Let's just wire that straight into there and wire this into the merge. It's just so that we can kind of see where we're at right now. Just kind of taking a look at how everything's shaping up here. So far a decent start in terms of adding some complexity in here. Take a quick loop. So that's only 3 iterations. What might this look like with 6 iterations? Adding more and more stuff. take a quick look here. Okay, decent start. I think still some work to do, so we'll save where we're at and move on to the next step. So save the node type and save your file.